This is how you eat and train to look like a bodybuilder. Building muscle and dropping body fat simultaneously is possible, and I'm going to prove that in this video. I'm going to show you how I went from fluffy to fit in 4 months by dropping my weight from 190 to 181.7 and dropping my body fat from around 20% body fat to now 6.9%. So let's go. So if you are new here and you don't know who I am a hybrid fitness coach. I train in person and I also train online. I have clients from all the way from 13 years old to 44 years old. I have fit clients and I also have obese clients. I've been training in and out of the gym since 2005 when I was in high school. I didn't quite take it that serious until around 2010, and from there I just been building mass. I once had a coach, he gave me the blueprint, and now I'm my own coach doing the same thing for numerous individuals. So 4 months ago, November 6th, I decided to take on a contest prep. Now I've already competed in 5 shows. I got a 3rd place finish, I got 3 first place finishes, and I have 1 7th place finish. So on the screen right now, you are seeing my physique. This is the night of November 5th. So prep starts November 6th. So this is what I'm looking like. As you see, watery, fluffy, still have decent size on me. So what I decided to do before this day was to structure my routines when it comes to nutrition and training. Those are 2 most valuable things when you're trying to take on any type of physique change. You need to make sure that your training is on point, and you definitely have to make sure that your nutrition is dialed down to the T. So what I decided to do before November 6th, before the start of prep, was to get my body ready, get it primed up for a contest prep, get my body ready for a body transformation. So what I did was started tracking my calories. This was months before, probably 3 or 4 months before. I started tracking my calories and getting real dialed in. Maintenance, and then I started to climb a little bit above each time, just getting better at the calories. And now I'm in a caloric surplus where I'm building muscle, where I am eating a lot of food, delicious carbs, and everything under the sun. So I did that for about 3 or 4 months before November 6th. Now when it comes to training, I'm not doing any high repetitions. It's not 12 to 15. Right now it's 6 to 8. It's pushing to failure. When you're in that caloric surplus and you're truly trying to build muscle, you need to make sure that you are pushing your muscles to failure, really fatiguing in the gym. Now there's supplements out there that will help you avoid fatigue or get to fatigue a little later and to last in your workouts. But all in all, you need to make sure that you are pushing yourself harder and harder every time you go into that gym. Progressive overload is the name of the game. You need to make sure that you are tracking your numbers, making sure that you are getting better every single week. When you are getting better with your strength every single week, you can pretty much guarantee that you are building muscle. Now I want you all to go ahead and do your own research, get on Google, as I know you love to do, and figure out how to actually build muscle. But I'm telling you now, you want to be in a caloric surplus. Doesn't have to be a major caloric surplus, but it needs to be a caloric surplus, and you need to be pushing yourself in the gym. So my physique is looking okay. I'm satisfied with this physique on November 5th, but now I'm ready to crank down and get ready for the show. So I already had the actual show in mind on this day, and it was May 11th. So that is 20 weeks out. Yes, that is a very long prep, but understand, look how I look. And then I also haven't competed since 2019. So for me, in my eye, I'm thinking, you know what? Give myself time. Give myself time to enjoy life. Give myself time for the unexpected, the work events. You got the parties you got to go to. You got traveling you still got to go to. You have life. So if you don't want to change your life completely, you need to make sure that you give yourself enough time. Don't come in here thinking you're going to drop weight in 30 days. Don't come in here thinking you're going to drop weight in 60 days. You need to give yourself an adequate amount of time, enough time to actually have your body do what it needs to do, have your metabolism do what it needs to do. And at the same time, you want to be healthy along the way. So focus on being healthy, and then the weight loss is the byproduct. But right here, now that we're in contest prep, we're focused on holding our muscle and dropping that body fat drastically. Now, what I didn't do when I first started this prep was get my body fat measured. I should have got an accurate body fat measurement, but I didn't. I thought my scale was on point. I used weight gurus. I was telling me I was 20% body fat. So I was like, you know what? That looks about right. I am pretty heavy. I am pretty fluffy. So I went ahead and went with that 20%. Well, to this day, my body fat says that I'm 18%. It's 4 months later. It tells me I'm 18%. I'm looking in the mirror. I know I'm not 18%. So we can't rely on the scale to really give us a true accurate estimate of where our body fat is, where our BMI is, where our weight is, grounds are unlevel, things like that. We can't solely rely on the scale. So what I decided to do this morning actually was go get a BODYBUILDER test. So the BODYBUILDER is going to be one of the most accurate ways to test your body fat. What this machine does is it measures the air that your body displaces. So you sit inside the machine, don't move at all, and it's going to give you a measurement. Then you're going to open up that machine, close it back, and then you're going to get another measurement just for accuracy. So on today, the body fat percent is at 6.9. So on the screen right now, you are seeing my physique this morning, fresh out of bed, no liquids actually, didn't drink any water or anything. I'm completely fasted in these photos. This is 6.9%. This is at 181.7 pounds on the scale this morning. I am impressed. I'm not drained. I'm not hating life. I'm enjoying life. I'm getting cheat meals left and right, large cheat meals. If you follow my Instagram at XFACTOR_fitness, you see some of my cheat meals. They're pretty large. I had someone in my comment section not too long ago say, wow, you eat all that food? Absolutely. Absolutely, I eat all that food because now my body needs all this food. Now, although I'm not in a crazy caloric deficit, my body is still primed for fat loss. I mean, I've been dropping body fat at a gradual pace, and that's how I know I wasn't 18%. But the scale has always read 18%. I'll actually put on the screen now on what my measurements were looking like with the graph and everything. My weight was always back and forth, back and forth. I got around to 185, 184, 183, back to 184, 185, and 187. I'm sticking to those numbers, but the body fat is dropping. And the reason for that is simply because I'm holding on to my muscle. I'm not losing my muscle. I mean, you tell me. Look at how I looked at the beginning. Look at how I look now. Do I look shriveled up? I may look flat because that comes with the game, but no way, no shape, or how am I eating through muscle? I'm still pushing heavy weight in the gym. I'm still training to failure. Some of my rep ranges will be around 12 to 15, but for the most part, I'm keeping them around 8 to 10. I'm very strategic with what I'm doing. In order to actually have a body transformation that you can be proud of, you need to be strategic. You need to have a strategy in place. All right, so since I have you here, I'm going to go ahead and give you some benefits of having a low body fat percentage. Because as you know, when your body fat starts getting too high, now you're starting to play around with your health conditions. So here are a few benefits. When you drop that body fat, you will improve your metabolism. The more muscle that you have on your frame, the more fat you will burn throughout the day. So I encourage everybody to build muscle. You will drop the body fat. But in order to do that, you have to have a nice, healthy metabolism. And you can't be obese to do that. You can't be at a high body fat percentage and have a good metabolism. So you need to make sure that you are dropping your body fat, improving your metabolism, and building muscle. Another benefit to having a low body fat percentage is your appearance. So if you came to this channel, if you came to this video, you obviously were intrigued by seeing that you can lose body fat. You obviously were intrigued by the word bodybuilder of some such. So you obviously are in search of that true physique, the muscle defined physique. I hear it a lot from all over. I want to stay swole. I don't want to cut down because I'm going to get small. Sure, you'll get smaller because you'll lose that fat that's covering your muscles. But when that fat is off the muscle, now your arms are looking real ripped, swole, jacked, abs popping out, 6-pack, 4-pack, going crazy, vascularity in the quads, chiseled up chest. Don't act like you don't want that look. Drop the body fat so you can get that look. When you drop your body fat and you get out of that obese stage, when you drop your body fat and you get away from those 20, 25% body fat numbers, the strength is going to go up. The muscles are going to move more freely, more flexibility, more mobility. And so when you're more flexible and you're more mobile, you can push heavier weight. You can push weight with more range of motion. There's a lot that's involved when it comes to actually dropping your body fat, removing that fat off your body, and actually trying to better yourself. Let's be honest. We all want to be strong. Who wants to be weak? I go around joking all the time and telling folks that I'm not really that strong. I got show muscles. Yeah, I exaggerate a bit because I am pretty strong. I'm decent for my stature, and that's because I'm training for that. I'm training to be strong. I'm training to have better muscle development. All right, so now let's transition to how you can actually reduce your body fat in a healthy way. I don't want you on any starvation diets. Please don't do that. I don't want you doing hours and hours of cardio. Here's a few ways where you can reduce your body fat in a healthy way. First and foremost, you can eat more fat. Yes, eat more fat to lose the fat. And when I'm talking about eating more fat, I'm talking about consuming the heart healthy, monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats like avocados, the fat that you get from the fish, your olive oil, your eggs, your nuts, even the nut butter, seeds, and even dark chocolate. Those type of fats are going to be very beneficial for your diet. Those are going to be very beneficial for your lifestyle. Those are the ones that's going to help you lose the fat. Now, the fats that you want to avoid is the vegetable oil fat. You want to avoid the processed snack food fat, the fat that's inside the baked foods, put the cakes and the donuts up. And you definitely want to avoid the fat that's in the fried foods. Those are the fats that are keeping you fat. So avoid those at all costs. Next, you want to make sure that you are staying away from the processed food and the refined sugars. So what I'm talking about here is going to be the breads, the baked goods like I spoke about earlier, the donuts, the cakes, the treats, and all of the extra condiments. Condiments tend to get in people's way. People will have a big old salad and they will dump a whole bunch of ranch on that salad. Now everything's out the window. Avoid condiments at all costs. And if you do need condiments, get the sugar-free condiments. I use sugar-free ketchup. I use sugar-free syrup. I even use sugar-free barbecue sauce. Next up, you need to pay attention to what you are drinking. Your sodas, your juices, anything that has a lot of sugar in it, even the alcohol. It's in the way of your progress. It's going to stop you from dropping your body fat. Now, everything needs to be in moderation no matter what. If you want to have your drink here, there, once a week, twice a week, whatever, do as you will, but just understand that you are going to halt that progress. It's going to take a few days for the alcohol to leave your system, and it may even jack up your metabolism a little bit. So if you can avoid it, do so. And instead of drinking the sodas, drink diet sodas. Sure, diet sodas give you cancer. Pretty much everything in this world is going to give you cancer. So you can stay off the Google and just focus on trying to reach your best self. So keep that in mind when you're picking up that Coke. Opt for the Diet Coke instead. When you see you a fruit juice, some type of Snapple, whatever you like, I don't know what you like, but instead of doing that, why don't you just grab you some fruit and throw it in some water, have you some fruit infused water. They also have sparkling waters. They have all kinds of different alternatives that you can have other than the sugary drinks. So focus on eliminating those sugary drinks if you truly want to drop your body fat percentage. Next up, protein. Protein. I'm a big advocate for protein. High protein is the way to go. You want to make sure that you are holding on your muscle. You need to eat the protein. You want to make sure that you are satiated and you are satisfied after all your meals. You need to eat protein. It's not the carbs that keep you full. It's the protein that keeps you full. Pay attention to your percentages. Make sure that your protein percentage is higher than the others, which is the carbs and the fats. Protein is what helps you retain your muscle mass while losing the body fat and increasing that diet-induced thermogenesis, which is the burning of calories from digestion. Don't want to complicate anything. I don't want to make anything too confusing, but you need to make sure that you're getting enough protein if you truly want to drop your body fat but stay swole at the same time. Next up, we have fiber. Get some fiber in. So this is why you don't necessarily want to be all about your low carb diets, because when you're on your low carb diets, it's going to be hard for you to get your fiber in. But fiber fills you up and takes longer to digest than sugars, proteins, and carbs. So if you have about 30 grams of fiber a day, you are good to go. Fiber is good for a lot of things. It's good for our hearts. It's good for our guts. And if we want to talk about our health conditions, because we are talking about being healthy, it's going to help you avoid diabetes. It's going to avoid certain cancers. Now, I'm not a doctor, so again, do your own research, but make sure you're getting enough fiber in. 20 to 30 grams a day is good enough. Anything over that, you might be on the toilet way too much. Just know that you need to be getting your fiber in if you truly want to drop your body fat. Now, here's something that I just started incorporating this prep, and it has helped me tremendously. I eat more pickles. Simply as that. I eat a ton of pickles. Every time I have my ground beef, I throw pickles on there simply because in my mind, I'm just eating a burger. So I get some sugar-free ketchup, I get some mustard, I get some pickles. I'm good to go, man. I eat that every single day, at least twice a day. So pickles is considered a fermented food. So any type of fermented food is going to give you that benefit that we're talking about. So we're talking about sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt. All those are good for the gut. And what you want to do is focus on having a good gut when we're trying to actually drop some body fat. When we're actually taking on these caloric deficits, making sure our gut health is in check is the key. I actually have a client of mine who loves kimchi. And I'm like, you know what? Go for it. And it served him well. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up with my last final tips on how to drop your body fat. And that's gonna be simply to strength train, to add in some cardio, and to get more sleep. If you are not getting enough sleep, I recommend 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night, maybe more if you're up for it. A lot of folks can't get to bed that early. Life is life. But if you can get more sleep, that's gonna benefit you more than you think. Strength train, again, I spoke about it earlier. Focus on building strength. You're not a power lifter, but you still need to make sure that you're pressing for heavy weights. Be strong. Don't ego lift, but be strong. Two different things. And then of course, incorporate your cardio. You got to get your cardio in. There's no way, shape, or form that I'm going to tell you that you don't need to do cardio in order to drop your body fat. You need to do cardio. Now you might have to do hours of cardio like some people, but you still have to do your cardio. All I do for cardio is walk on the treadmill. I walk on the treadmill flat or incline. I also do a little bit of Stairmaster. Now lately I've been incorporating the elliptical simply because it's in the gym and there's two right beside each other. Me and my wife can do our cardio together. And that's the only reason I really do the elliptical or even the bike. But for the most part, man, I'm just in my garage. I'm just walking at a nice pace, 3 to 3.5 miles per hour, and I'm chilling. And I've been doing that for 4 months. Cardio has went up and it has went back down. And right now I'm at 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes a day, 6.9% body fat, 181.7 pounds. I am 9 weeks out from show day. So this right here was a video telling you how you can actually build muscle and then how you can actually drop your body fat and maintain that muscle while you are dieting. So if you got anything from this video, I need you to go ahead and lock in, subscribe to the channel. I will bring you more videos like this, just breaking down the nitty gritty and getting right to the point. But I need you guys to subscribe and like this video. I need you to share with any of your skinny friends or any of your fat friends who want to lose some weight. It is what it is. If you're holding on to fat, you're fat. I'll call myself fat all the time when I'm holding on to a whole bunch of weights. But if you want to drop that body fat, let's lock in. I also do one-on-one online coaching. So make sure you tap into that link. I put the link on the screen. It's also in the description down below. Let's get you right. Let's get you ready for the summer. All right. Hope y'all like this, man. I'm out.